Gusts like these that are coming right now are measuring about 40-45 miles an hour, and that is why these fire trucks behind me have parked. When those floodwaters came, it was lifted up and moved to its new position. And this is where it rests now, about 12 feet out of the water, and you can see where the dirt line is on the hull here. This had to be a hectic scene. Look at the size of this tree. I'm going to step around here. There's a lot of debris in this area. This huge tree that was hollowed out fell over. Look how big this is compared to me. The app's security basically works like a door's peek hole. Let's say someone knocks. You check to see who it is, and you make sure you can recognize them. And for the app, if it recognizes one of your signatures, it opens the door. You could see how big this chunk of roof is, how it was just easily lifted up and thrown across the street. The logic behind needing biometric scans and facial recognition is not much can be more secure than something that physically needs you holding the phone to unlock. This was the real indicator that we were looking at, that there was probably a tornado in this area. You could see these two poles are normally straight. And as they go up, they twist, they twist, they twist, and the sign is parallel to the street now. The flooding actually gave engineers some really good data when it comes to this study, because when water filled up this whole area and pressed against the levee, they got to see how it would react when under that much pressure. On the 70th anniversary of VJ Day, Frank helped put together one of the only commemorative ceremonies in the country. The iPads are just one more of the many tools Claremore police can use while they're out in the field.
I'm thinking of all kind of children's stories right now.
Hurricane parties can involve peculiar guests, but not many of them have 4 legs or horns.
Just something you'll never see in your life.
Goats, 6 of them in all, taking refuge on Carol Weiss's front lawn. As waters rapidly rose in her Delcombe neighborhood, she and her family were worried about their furry neighbors. So with a little help from first responders, the rescue began.
They walked the boat in there and filled the boat with the goats and walked the boat back out. Rather than try to pull them with the boat, they just put them all in the boat and they walked the boat. When the goats on the boat floated across this moat, they immediately went for this flower bed. And you can see a few of them are still there. As soon as the goats were rescued, we put them in the yard and they went to town on all of her daisies over there. And she just got through saying she wanted to weed the beds. So luckily we got somebody to take care of that for us. Animal rescue group Frank's Way stopped by later to check on the goats, seeing if they needed any medical attention. They even managed to bring some stubborn creatures to dry land from shallow and deep water.
This is calm, actually. All we do is plan and plan and plan and plan, and when you get to a disaster, nothing is, you never know. It's always something different.
Carol, never imagining this picture, thankful for everyone who came out to help her 8 new furry lawn guests. I think that's incredible. I think it says a lot about this area. It does. Everybody reaches out where they can. In Delcombe, Louisiana, Chris DiMaria, 2 Works for You.
All right, you're catching.
Come on in so you can do it.
If I can't play ball, I might as well be 6 feet under.
We got a runner at 1, guys.
These guys are unstoppable. That's not just because they run through every base.
But I just love the game. I wanted to play. I'd come out and watch them while I was in a wheelchair, and I just couldn't stand it. I had to get back in. Good hustle, Terry.
Some have knee problems, others have hip replacements. CJ Hardesty takes the mound without either of his kidneys.
Got cancer 9 years ago, lost both kidneys, was wheelchair bound for 6 months, missed 2 years of softball. When I first came back, I shouldn't have. I couldn't walk. I had to be carried to first base.
It's a 6-team league. They keep score, but not records. And with their adaptive rules, they might as well be the minor leagues for seniors. These guys play doubleheaders twice a week, 7 months out of the year. Why'd they do it? Well, the answer's simple.
Hold up, Terry, hold up.
We do it for the love of the game, just to get out here and play. Good try, it stayed fair.
And for these friendly competitors, it doesn't hurt to break the daily routine.
We did something to do, get away from the house, have to not listen to old lady hollering at you all the time. Good try. You know, those old honeydews, that list just keeps longer and longer, and you can just delay it as long as you can.
As the fall season begins, they're calling for new teammates. The only requirements, age and a love for the game. All the info to sign up is on our website and our free 2 Works for You app. In Tulsa, Chris DiMaria, 2 Works for You.
We never planned for a catastrophic loss like we had.
2 floods, leaving Darren Perry's crops looking like this just 2 months ago.
Once we got the debris removed, we planted it in soybeans, and then late part of June we lost it again through flooding, and we planted it again.
More than $1 million in total washed away. But farmers are resilient.
We can't stop, we can't give up. There's a lot of families that count on us, and our banks count on us, and we can't give up.
So, once again, he planted. And this time, the water didn't rise, just the opposite. As the Army Corps of Engineers drops the Arkansas River to recover the barges at the Webbers Falls Dam, the problem now, the low water is exposing the pipes farmers use to water their crops.
The new nightmare is the river water down. We're unable to water in August, the most crucial time of the growth.
This is about how the first 2 crops ended up with 15 feet of water over them. This one mercifully got some rain this week, but the question now, is the watering consistent enough?
We're staring 30 to 45 days out on harvest, and not only once we harvest, the next problem we have is getting it to the ports.
Perry says because barges can't move down the river, farmers are having to sell grain at 60 cents on the dollar. For farmers like him, that could be another $40,000 loss. But he'll still harvest and hopes to make it back up next year.
It's just the snowball effect. And we're just excited to get out of 2019, rush into 2020, and try it all over again.
In Fort Gibson, Chris DiMaria, 2 Works for You.